Tell me why this man had 256,000 people on Instagram Live. It's not just that he did it, it's the energy that he brought with it. This dude was actually performing. He's jumping in the air, he's going crazy, and he's literally doing exactly what he would be doing if he were at a live performance. That is the type of energy that a lot of other artists can be putting forth. During this time where artists can't go out to physically perform, they have to find another way to engage with their fans and keep them, feeling like they're in the loop. Since artists are unable to hit the road right now, I feel like we're about to see how creative these artists can be in still trying to keep their name relevant as well as engage with their fans. As many of y'all know, as a result of the coronavirus, pretty much every major tour and show has been postponed or canceled. That goes from the biggest ones like Coachella, South by Southwest, Rolling Loud, to pretty much every major artist tour. One big concern in the world right now is money, and that's no different in the music industry. Although it may seem like the advances are enough and other things are enough to get them the money they need to live how they want, on the road is really where the artists make their most money. And since artists are unable to hit the road right now, I feel like we're about to see how creative these artists can be in still trying to keep their name relevant as well as engage with their fans. I remember a few weeks ago, there was a video that came out of NBA Youngboy. Don't get triggered to anybody that doesn't like Youngboy. But I remember he was saying something along the lines of, he feels like there's no need for him to go out and perform when he was able to make millions from his house on house arrest.
I really made millions of dollars while being on house arrest.
I know.
Hey, so they didn't show me that I can make millions of dollars by not going on stage and perform. Like, I feel like, man, what the f I gotta go on stage for and do that for? In front of all them people.
And I know those are two different circumstances, right? House arrest and being, social distancing. But it goes to show that some artists have been able to keep their name very relevant and do very well album sales wise, stream wise, just be present and engage with their fans without actually doing any performances. And I think he was onto something there. So during this time where artists can't go out to physically perform, they have to find another way to engage with their fans and keep them, feeling like they're in the loop. I think that Youngboy, Janae, Rod Wave, Uzi, Baby, all those people, they kind of are lucky because they recently released projects right before all this happened. So it kind of, is going to tide us over until this ends. But to those artists that haven't released music, how are you going to still keep your fans engaged? And this also reminded me of a video a while back, a way long time ago. I remember DaBaby was scheduled to do a performance in Charlotte, which, as y'all know, that's his hometown. And I think he was unable to perform due to something that happened with the plane.
Long story, Charlotte. Engine light came on as soon as we was about to take off.
And I remember he put out this statement. I'm gonna read a little bit of it. And I think he took to Instagram and he said, "Due to circumstances beyond my control, I was unable to make it to my own show in my own city last night." He goes on to say that he's sad or he's upset that he let his fans down, you know what I'm saying? But what he did next, I feel like really early on made people gravitate toward him because he got in contact with the promoter, some of the production team, and literally FaceTimed them, and they blasted his face all throughout the arena.
We called Power 98, we called everybody that was at the venue, we tried to see what we can do, and we ended up figuring out a way to put me on FaceTime and put me on the screen at the show.
We're gonna throw a free concert for all y'all, right? I'm about to perform this on FaceTime, drop my it don't matter what song, drop. I can't hear you.
And as soon as people saw his face, they started jumping up, singing along, and it's crazy. I remember when that happened, and people were like, "Is he the GOAT for this?" And he said that he did that because, he did it for the fans. Like, he was gonna try to show up any way possible. And I mean, that's a one-off situation, but I feel like that type of mentality is gonna be needed right now if you wish to, keep your fans rocking with you when you can't really be out. So a lot of artists are taking to live. You see Drake on live with his dad. You see producers on live with each other, talking to each other. Boosie's everywhere. Cardi B's she's taking over about this coronavirus stuff. And I like where she's going with this. She really is saying, she's speaking her mind and she's being real. But as far as the business aspect of it, I feel like DaBaby was onto something. And SWAELEE, you already know who SWAELEE is, of Ray Shrummer, half of Ray Shrummer. This dude literally threw a concert on Instagram Live. And you know what I'm saying? Threw a concert on Instagram Live. That sounds like just a rapper, in his car playing some music. No. He took to Twitter. He said, Instagram Live concert tomorrow at 8, special performance. He said, it's for you guys on Instagram Live. And I remember when I saw this, I didn't even pay it any attention because I thought Sway was just going to be on live, just playing around, blah, 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 blah. Tell me why this man had 256,000 people on Instagram Live. I'm pretty sure that is the most people that have been on one live at one time. And I'm pretty sure that technically classifies as the most people that he's ever performed in front of. I really do think so. I don't know how big the arenas are, you know what I'm saying? But 256,000 people and you're the only person that they're watching. I mean, I would say that's his biggest show, you know what I'm saying? And after that happened, Sway took to his Instagram and different things like that, and he was saying thank you for all the love and everybody that showed up. And I mean, it was free, so I really should have been like, let me just hop on Sway's live. But I was asleep, and I feel like that is the type of energy that a lot of other artists can be putting forth, because just because you can't, physically go out and go to a venue and do your typical flexing and everything like that, you could still interact with your fans through music, through videos. A lot of artists have been dropping a lot more music videos. So I know they were probably pre-filmed, but they have to drop them now because they want to keep their name relevant and they want to keep that interaction with the fans going. And I feel like SWAELEE really was ahead of his time. He was ahead of the curve when he did that. And that really sparked the idea of this video of how rappers feel about the coronavirus, because you can't let it stop you. You can't let it stop your bag. You can't let it stop what you have going for you. And I feel like that was a boss move by Sway. And anybody that, follows that, I feel like the fans will definitely appreciate that. I mean, you're getting a free performance from one of your favorite artists when we actually paid tickets to go to a lot of these shows, and now they're postponed. We don't know when, Coachella will be back, South by next year, Jambalaya could be next. So I just want to big up Sway on that. Definitely a boss move. And I would hope that other artists would, follow suit. And it's not just that he did it, it's the energy that he brought with it. This dude was actually performing. Like, I don't know where he was. I think he was in a studio. It looks like a studio. He set up a mic and he's jumping in the air. He's going crazy, and he's literally doing exactly what he would be doing if he were at a live performance. And that's just crazy, and that's good to see from a young dude that still has that energy and is still trying to be innovative and think about how he can make the best out of his situation. That's the video, guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, comment, leave some video ideas below, and subscribe if you like my content, and subscribe if you're new. Yeah, it's Russ. I'll get at y'all.